Texas League Baseball is next. And good morning, everybody. We welcome you into our live broadcast of Texas League Baseball. And now here is the voice of the San Antonio Missions, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob, and hello, everybody from Tulsa, Oklahoma. As we get ready for morning baseball, it is the first game of our six-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Tulsa Drillers. Well, gotta say, we'll have a morning game this morning, and don't forget tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock we'll have game 2. And so far, pretty good day as we get things ready to go. Well, anyway, got to say, this morning, it'll be San Antonio at Tulsa, Amarillo at Midland, and Springfield at Northwest Arkansas getting ready to go this morning as we have our 11 a.m. games. Don't forget 12 o'clock tomorrow for Wednesday afternoon baseball, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night games at 7:05. We'll wrap up our 6-game set, and yes, we'll have one more against Tulsa for the last time of the year against these two ball clubs, as we'll conclude after Sunday coming to Oklahoma. Well, anyway, San Antonio heads back home. They take on Midland and Wichita in a 12-game homestand there at Wolf Stadium. And so far, got to say, pretty good as we celebrate also my birthday month as well. Well, I'm joined in the booth by my friend and longtime partner, Bob. How you doing, Bob? I'm doing good. How are you? I am doing good. Well, anyway, it was a pretty good game. As we all know what happened last week against the Amarillo Sod Poodles in that final game. And gotta say, we'll go back and we'll take a look at that. The final score was 12-11. And so far, Kai Roberts got in there and got something going. And so far, pretty good. It was 11-11. And so far, he was the winning run that came in across the score. And the Missions, they took the series finale. And against Amarillo, the Sod Poodles down 8-13 as we get going here today. And so far, Amarillo starting a 12-game road set. And their first stop, they went to San Antonio all of last week. And now this week, they're up in Midland at Franco Park. Well, anyway, we are here in Tulsa here this week. And so far, it's our last 6-game of the year meetup between these two ball clubs. And so far, it'd be pretty nice to play these guys at least 12 times. But evidently, we got 9. So this is the 4th of a meetup between these two ball clubs. And so far, going to be pretty good as we see these two teams in action today. And so far, the weather is cloudy skies this morning as, well, we're just about close for the 11 o'clock hour. And so far, yeah, a lot of kids coming out. Schools are coming out. And yeah, tomorrow, the school districts of Tulsa will come and bring the little ones out, and they can have a good time having a ball game, and teachers can come out, enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be sun and clouds mixed tomorrow. So most evidently, it's going to be a nice day, and hopefully severe weather of any kind will move off. But anyway, we were speaking of the severe weather. We definitely probably going to have one or two waves of it as we look off to the east, going towards Muskogee and into Arkansas. As we all look at it, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas have been postponed due to the imminent threat of severe weather. So anyway, the Springfield Cardinals at Northwest Arkansas have been rained out because evidently we're looking at Riverboat Field getting this rain, and so far they are getting a lot of it. There's a lot of flashes of lightning and all types of stuff, but anyway, I gotta say, it's going to be an active year for severe weather and for tornadoes and large hail and a lot going on, and especially in San Antonio as well. As we look at the weather forecast for Wednesday, could be a slight chance of thunderstorms, and Wednesday night could be a slight chance. Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday could have thunderstorm potential. And so far, Mother Nature is getting pretty active as we go through the close to the end month of April, getting into May, but most evidently May the 8th, I looked on the Weather Channel, and it said it could be rain and storms on that day. As also we take on the Midland Rockhounds there at Wolf Stadium in San Antonio. And so far, I got to say, it's not looking too good if the weather starts going like that. But yeah, anyway, the final score 12-11 against Amarillo. And yeah, that was a high-scoring game. Both Saturday and Sunday was high-scoring games. We look at Saturday night, Amarillo won that ball game, and then Sunday it was a finale that San Antonio took. And so far, the Mission's trying to hold on to a third-place position. And, well, so far, it is it's determined if Corpus Christi will tie up as they take on the Frisco Rough Riders tonight at 6 p.m. And so far, you know, you have Frisco and Corpus Christi, Arkansas, and Wichita going tonight at 6 p.m. Morning people is Amarillo and Midland, San Antonio, and Tulsa going at it this morning. But anyway, this will conclude our pregame show here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we're just about set to get going for this first game of a 6-game set here in the homestand. And so far, we are ready for daytime baseball. And a good morning to everybody. I hope everybody is up, ready to go. Probably got your breakfast, a cup of coffee, or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this morning we are serving drinks, and so far, Dr. Pepper, Coke, and all types of stuff. And Gatorade and water. That's even better, so pretty much good. Also, we are serving there at the thingy-mabob. I would say it'd be the concession stands. We are serving sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, which that is pretty good. This broadcast brought to you in part by also McDonald's, as we have the best sausage, egg McMuffin, which that is a pretty good thing. And hash browns and a coffee goes really good with it. Or chocolate milk. I prefer chocolate milk over coffee any day because not really a coffee person. But anyway, we're just about set, ready to go. And so far, this will conclude the pregame show. And so far, Bob, do you got anything? Oh, no, I don't got anything as of right now. But yeah, you pretty much covered everything. But anyway, yeah, got to say, may the best team win here today. And so far, I hope you guys are ready for daytime baseball. And if you're watching from San Antonio, we got to also give our proud sponsors West Creek Trail Rides of San Antonio and also Whataburger. It's always served hot and fresh 24/7 for all of San Antonio, Texas, and even into Oklahoma and other places that got Whataburger. It's served hot and fresh 24/7. That is right. The first Whataburger built in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1970. And so far, pretty good. Glad you brought that up, Bob. I was just about ready to take us down into the field as we get ready to go for today's game and our morning game against the San Antonio Missions. And so far, pretty good. All right, well, that will just about wrap up our pregame show. And so far, we got morning baseball here this morning. And so far, our first pitch now about set to go. 11 o'clock is the time as San Antonio gets ready to rock and roll here this morning as we get things going. Jordan Weems, a right-hander, is getting the call for Tulsa here this morning. ERA at 14.54 as we're just about set to go here today. The shortstop is Francisco Acuna as we are about ready to go here this morning. Here is the pitch, and that is outside as 1 ball, no strikes. We are underway here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First pitch, 11:05. We are 5 minutes tardy. That's okay. Here's the 1-0. And that is downstairs for the ball, and the count now 2-0. Weems talking to the home plate umpire and wondering where that one is, and most definitely I saw it with my own eyes. That was down low. Here's the 2-0, and that is chopped foul. The count now 2-1. Final meetup of the year between these two ball clubs, Sunday at 1:05. So don't forget to get your tickets all week this week as we take on San Antonio. Francisco Acuna, the first batter up for San Antonio here in this one. That's a ground ball straight away to third, the first in time, and there's one down. The visitors' starting lineups look like this here this morning. Acuna, Robert, Salas will be the first 3. Romeo Sanabria, Carpathios, and Fabian will be middle. Verdugo, Murphy, and Castañon will wrap it up for the Missions here this morning. Center fielder is Kai Roberts. Roberts coming in, ready to go, and the curveball outside is 1 ball and no strikes. First of a 6-game homestand here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that's going to be right there and out of play. And that is 2 down.
Batting third, the catcher, Ethan Salas.
The catcher is Ethan Salas. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch. That's a high pop-up straightaway left field. And that will go to the left fielder for the out. And that will conclude this half inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on for San Antonio as we head now to the bottom of the first. No score through the first half. So we'll be right back as we get ready to go for the bottom of the first for Tulsa when we come back. About set to go for the bottom of the first right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Left-hander Jackson Wolf getting on the mound for San Antonio. A four-seam curveball changeup, a two-seam, a sweeper coming into motion for him as he gets ready to go here today for the San Antonio Missions.
Leading off this afternoon,
Kendall George coming in now as he gets ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch by Wolf, and that is going to be a high pop-up up to left field. And there is out number one. With that, let's give the starting lineup for Tulsa. George, Nevin, DePaula will be the leadoff three. Hope, Sirota, Decker will be middle. McLean, Young, and Lockwood Powell will round it out here for the Drillers. Kyle Nevin, the third baseman, coming up now for the Tulsa Drillers. The windup and the pitch. That's in for the strike, and it's the count now at 0-1. Gotta say, a pretty good one here today. A lot of fans coming into the ballpark, and that's going to be right there. Line drive straight away center field, and that gets down through for a base hit. Boy, Drillers coming in pretty good as they get something going. And now here is Josu DePaula. Wind up and the pitch, and that is chopped foul. And the count now at 0-1. DePaula playing in left field here today. So far, a pretty good one for him as he gets going. That one is foul, and looky there, somebody got a baseball. Wow. That is a good thing there, John, when you get a pretty good deal in a baseball. Boy, that sweeper got him, and that is out number two. And that'll bring up Zypher Holt. So he comes in from the windup and the motion, and that is going to be right there. Line drive, fair ball, and that is down through for the base hit, and that's going to bring him home. And the relay not in time as Tulsa scores in the first run by Zypher Hope, and it's a one-run double. And the Drillers get on the board, leading San Antonio by 1-0. Mike Sirota coming up now. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be high fly in the air, straightaway center. And the center fielder will get that one, and that will retire the side. One run, two hits, no errors, and one left for Tulsa. We head for the second inning. The Drillers up by 1. So Romeo Sanabria, Carpathios, and Fabian will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back. Now set to go for the second inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, we're up to the second inning now. Here is Romeo Sanabria, the first baseman, as he'll come in. We'll take a strike inside. The count now 0-1. Boy, the sun and clouds starting to really mix in this morning, and so far this ballpark will see some thunderstorms by 3, so just getting our game underway, and well, the broadcast will go from 11:05 to hopefully 1 or 2, so that will give us plenty of time to get this one out of the way here today, and that way we can have an evening where we could just do whatever we want. Right there, line drive straight away up to left field. That is a base hit. Boy, pretty good. Now the tying run is on by Carpathios as he gets on base. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, that is for sure there, Bob. Albert Fabian, the 6-hole batter, coming in. And the pitch. That is chopped foul, and the count now 0-1. Fabian, the designated hitter, and San Antonio wearing the road grays today with gray pants, gray jersey, Nike shoes. Drillers wearing their home white uniforms here. No balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. That is right there. Line drive straight away, and that's a center field for a base hit. Here he comes to the plate and is safe. A play if the tag is not in time, as he'll beat it out with first and third now. Man, he took a truth or dare. Did he make it there? Yeah, he sure did there, Bob. He got on base and he just beat the tag right on time. And that's going to get low in the dirt, and that will get down for the ball. And the count now 1-0 to Rosemond Verdugo. Verdugo coming in. It's getting ready to go here today. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count now 1-1. First and third, 1 away here in the second inning for San Antonio. 90 feet away is that runner. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now to Verdugo. And the pitch. And that is called third strike. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Kai Murphy. Murphy coming in from the stretch. That's a high pop-up straightaway, center field. And that will do it for the inning is over. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for San Antonio as we head now to the bottom of the second inning. And it's Tulsa out in front, 1-0. So about set to go as Cameron Decker will lead it off for the Drillers. We come back. Now set to go for the bottom of the second. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Cameron Decker coming in now. 6'7", 8", due up against Jackson Wolf. as he gets ready to go here for Tulsa, and that is right there in the end for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Fans watching from San Antonio from our favorite ballpark. We'll be back next Tuesday to take on the visiting Midland Rockhounds there in San Antonio and stuff. That is right there. Hit to second baseman Castañon. Flipped to first to Sanabria. And that is out number 1.
The shortstop,
Sean McLean coming in now as the shortstop. 7-hole cleanup hitter. And the pitch. That is high fly in the air. Up to left field. And that is out number 2.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, Taylor.
Taylor Young, the second baseman, coming in now. Wind up and the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. Would have been nice if the sun was out today, wouldn't you say, John? Well, I don't know. That just depends if people want the sun out. I mean, the humidity is up by a lot. That's why you're starting to see a lot of people today just wearing shirts and all types of stuff. Here's the 1-1, and that is popped foul. And the count now 1-2. Shirts, tank top, shorts, everybody coming out to the ball game, and even the children, kids all around from the high school independents, and that is right there, swing and a miss, and that will do it for this inning. It's over. All the school kids out to the ball game from the elementary school, junior high, and high school. And so far, we welcome them out to the ball game. And we go to the third inning as Tulsa leads it 1-0. Marcos Castañon, Acuna, and Roberts will lead it off as we head for the third inning for San Antonio. Coming up next, right after a break. Now set to go for the third inning for San Antonio right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, welcome back on the morning like it is, as we have 9-1-2 due up for San Antonio, top of the third inning, as that one was a pitch inside for a strike. The count now 0-1. 6 more games here at this ballpark, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, absolutely right. And gotta say, we're gonna miss these guys as always. Yeah, I know. These guys are really good. Here's the 0-2. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's the first out here in the half inning. Well, I tell you what, John, would you rather move to Tulsa or just stay in San Antonio for the rest of your life? Well, Bob, got so many friends here in San Antonio, I gotta say, it's something that I have to stay with. That's high fly in the air straight away, and that is gone. Francisco Acuna gets it going. And it's now a 1-1 tie. 404 foot, 99.8 mile per hour in the exit velocity. And he sends it out of here packing. So, Bob, I will answer your question. And I like San Antonio. I mean, it's a good city and stuff. I mean, we've been with San Antonio for a long time, 6 years with the missions. So I gotta say, we're definitely staying with San Antonio because San Antonio's our home. I mean, I got an apartment there, and you know, we got West Creek trail rides. I like West Creek very much. And so far, we're definitely going to stay with San Antonio. And plus, you got family in San Antonio, don't you? I mean, Ann is there. I mean, you probably got family and friends, your kids, everybody. Yeah, you make valid points there, John. Well, DePaula coming in, and boy, look at this. He literally went down on his belly to make the catch. Now, what a way to get something going. But most evidently, I mean, San Antonio, it's a pretty good town. I know it's 500,000 people. It's a big town. And also, not only do we have Missions baseball, we have the San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo every year round. And as a matter of fact, if you didn't get your tickets, well, still get your tickets because they're still on sale right now, as opening day starts on February 11th of 2027. So, yeah. So you've been over to the Frost Bank Center. Yep. So you went by yourself? That's exactly right. Oh, wow. You didn't get lost at all? Nope. Because I knew my way around the facility really good. I knew where my car was and everything else. I just had to backtrack my steps, and I just had to say, hey, I know where I parked. Well, one run by Francisco Acuna as he'll tie up the ball game on a solo shot. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 on, and we're at bottom of the 3rd as we're 1-1 tie. Griffin Lockwood Powell will lead it off for Tulsa as we get ready to go for the bottom of the 3rd when we come back. Now set to go for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Griffin Lockwood Powell, 9-1-2, due up against Jackson Wolf, the San Antonio starter here today. Is coming down and in for a ball. The count now 1-0. Wolf now at 17 pitches. Boy, his low pitch count doing really well as he found the strike zone, and he's commanding his pitches. That one is right there, high in the air, straight away, and that is out of here. Gone by Griffin Lockwood Powell. First home run of the day for the Drillers, and it's now their turf. It's now 2-1. Boy, if they keep this up, they're going to have a good day today, John. Well, a lot of fans in Oklahoma are going to be cheering on for this Double-A team. Even their Triple-A team of the Oklahoma City Comets. They were the Oklahoma City Dodgers, named from a major league as the LA Dodgers team. Here is Kendall George, as that one is high and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 1 fly out here today by the center fielder. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one is high and outside. It's 2-0. Don't forget, Frisco and Corpus Christi go tonight. Arkansas and Wind Surge will go at the same time as those 2 other clubs. And that is Frisco and Corpus Christi. That's exactly right, Bob. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now to Kendall George. And here's the pitch. That one is foul. The count now 2-2. So far, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas getting rained out as all the thunderstorm activity drifts off their direction. And so forwardly, they would have to make up a doubleheader tomorrow. Just get things going. And that is right there, called third strike as he tried to bunt his way on. And that right there is out number 1. Kyle Nevin, the hot corner man, coming up now for Tulsa. And that is down and outside for a ball. The count now 1-0. Still got a great crowd coming in, and they're taking their seats on this Tuesday morning. It is a great day for baseball, isn't it, Bob? Gotta say, John, absolutely right. Gotta enjoy the great game. That's right there, straightaway center, and that's a base hit. Boy, Tulsa coming in with the vengeance as they get going on these base hits. Here is Josu DePaula as he comes in. That ball will go down foul, and the count now 0-1. Strikeout and 0 for 1 by DePaula today as he gets going. Here is the 0-1, and that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. I'm going to say the only sad series that we'll have in the North Division is taking on 6 against the Arkansas Travelers. Yeah, I got to say, we only played those guys only 6 times, and got to say, it's not fair that with the scheduling problem that Arkansas and Tulsa has not been to San Antonio in 4 years. It's kind of really upsetting. I mean, you said it yourself. I agree with you. It's upsetting. But hopefully in 2027, it should get better, that these teams will come back and get something going. That is for sure. We miss them there in San Antonio. Here is Zypher Hope as he hits that one straight away third. And that is out number 3, as that will be the side retired. But Griffin Lockwood Cowell puts it out of the ballpark, and they'll put it back to a Tulsa lead of 2-1. 4th inning coming up as the Drillers out in front. It is 2-1 Drillers. Romeo Sanabria up next for San Antonio when we come back. Dallas have to go for the top of the fourth right now. The Missions Drillers Baseball Networks. Thank you, Bob. Romeo Sanabria coming in as that's going to be a line drive straightaway up the left field. The base hit comes in. Boy, and that is right off as we get going here for the fourth. And here is Braden Carpathios, the right fielder. And that's going to be in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. 1-for-1 single here today for the right fielder. That one is going to be lofted high in the air up to foul grounds. And that's the count now at 0-2. Tying run at first, and that is called third strike.
Now battle the designated hitter, Albert Fabian.
And that'll bring in the designated hitter, Albert Fabian. 1-for-1 single here today. Boy, tell you one thing, the old bridge in Corpus Christi was literally dismantled, but a new bridge got rebuilt.
Ball, that's inside.
Yeah, it's a pretty high bridge going to downtown Corpus Christi. It sure is. Look at it, and so far pretty neat. That is right there. Liner straight away, up in time. And here comes the run, not in time, as he'll beat the throw. And that is the second time San Antonio asks truth or dare if we make it to second or third base. That is pretty good. That is good. Well, if you get up there to third base, I guess you're kind of lucky that you did. Rosemond Verdugo coming in now as he'll take a strike inside. It's the count now 0-1. Strikeout is 0-for-1 here this morning. Boy, what time is it there, Bob? It's about close to 12 o'clock here in the ball game. Oh, wow. So basically we've almost been going on for 1 hour, so that's pretty good. I mean, with the commercials that we get going, that's pretty good right there. Well, out number 2 as Verdugo gets set down. And that'll bring up left fielder Kai Murphy. Murphy coming in, ready to go, and the pitch. That is in for a strike. And the count now 0-1. Midland's got a pretty good difference between the Sod Poodles. They are 7-0 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So far, only 4 clubs going, but as I said before, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas getting rained out. And so far, that's what it is when Mother Nature decides you're not going to play today. Well, that's the play made, and so far, that will do it, and the inning is over. So, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head now to the bottom of the 4th as Mike Sirota will lead it off. Now set to go for the bottom of the fourth. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Mike Sirota coming in, 5-6-7, due up against Jackson Wolf. Welcome you back after our break. And right there and in for a strike is the count now, 0-1. We got fans watching from San Antonio, West Creek Trail Rides, and so far the San Antonio Stock Show Rodeos joining in the live broadcast as well. 8 hours, 29 minutes from San Antonio. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That is foul, and the count now 1-2. So, yeah, Bob and I got here around about, what time was it did we show up yesterday, Bob? I could probably say it was about close to 3, was it? Okay, so that's pretty good. Cameron Decker coming in now. 1 down, nobody on, and that is going to be a bashed ball right there, and it's going to hit the wall. And here comes the runner, is in safely as he'll beat the throw. And Decker with a 1-out double. Boy, that was a bashed ball right there. And so far, no doubt about it, as that will hit up the right field and getting going. Here is Sean McLean as he's 0 for 1 down and in for a ball. And the count now 1-0. 0 for 1 fly out today for the Drillers. So far, a pretty good one. You know, last season, Tulsa had their blue uniforms. It was blue and white. But anywho, they just done away with that. They just decided to go with a white and gray jersey this round. Here's a 1-1 delivery, and that's going to be a high pop-up straight away, and he can't catch up with it. So the center fielder is going to get slapped with an error, and I guess he got slapped by an error. I mean, that was down for a base hit, but most evidently, I think San Antonio should get an error by the center fielder.
Off the plate.
Ty Roberts was responsible for getting in and corralling that ball as he should. It's Taylor Young coming in, playing the second base area. First and third, and that's going to get down. Line drive, that's a base hit. 1 run scores. And it's another one. First and third again, same as the first time around. Boy, Young coming in, and now the Drillers pulling away by a 2-run lead, and they'll lead San Antonio 3-1. Griffin Lockwood Powell coming in as he was a solo home run back in the third, and fans could see if he could get a 3-run shot, and they'll put it up to 6-1. Here's the pitch. That one is foul. And the count now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And that's going to be right there. Gloved. Here comes the runner. In across. As that was a sacrifice fly by Griffin Lockwood Powell. And it will bring in another run, making it now 4-1.
Now batting, center fielder.
The center fielder, Kendall George, coming in. First batter up for Tulsa. And the pitch is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. And that's going to be lofted high in the air, foul. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch, that's a high flyer, straightaway left, and that will do for the inning. Is over. Boy, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 1 left for Tulsa. We head to the 5th inning. Drillers up 4-1. So back here for the 5th inning as Marcos Castañon gets ready to go. Now set for the 5th inning right now for the Drillers Baseball Network. Marcos Castañon getting ready to go. 9-1-2 due up against Jordan Weems. That is going to be hit foul, and the count now 0-1. 5th inning here for San Antonio, and the splitter is waved on and missed for the count now 0-2. So tomorrow afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. But yeah, hot and humid as we go through the afternoon. And it'll spark up thunderstorms around maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. They're saying it could be between those two times. It's when thunderstorm activity really starts to kick in. Well, a called third strike, and that will be out number 1 for Marcos Castañon. That'll bring in Francisco Acuna as he gets ready to go. And the pitch. Outside slider, the count now 1-0. Acuna was a solo shot back in the 3rd inning. It's 1 for 2 for San Antonio here today. Humidity up to 100%. That's what the Weather Channel is saying. This type of humidity could really get going the fuel of today's thunderstorms.
Now batting, the center
Well, you mentioned there is a lot of tornadoes just to the east of Tulsa. Yeah, there is. I mean, as you look at it, Northwest Arkansas, Springfield, there's just a lot going on, and hopefully it doesn't affect Arkansas and Wichita tonight,
catcher Ethan Salas.
which I don't think it would. I mean, maybe it's just morning thunderstorms only, but evidently can't quite, make sure that it comes in the evening or afternoon, mid to late evening. You know how storms work these days. I'm trying to figure out what sentences to put together and what you're saying. But anyway, yeah, you do make a valid point, John, that thunderstorms can really pop up morning, afternoon, early evening, or late evening. And yeah, so far, I mean, you're not wrong about what you're saying. I mean, sometimes you just gotta stay alert and stuff. Yeah, that is for sure. 2-2. Oh, Gesundheit. Right there, the third, the first, and that is out number 3. Bless you. Oh, thank you, Bob. So, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. Bottom of the 5th inning, as Nevin will be up, DePaula and Hope will be behind as we get ready to go for the bottom of the 5th. Now set to go for the bottom of the 5th right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Kyle Nevin coming in as we're set to go here in the bottom of 5. As we are about set for Wolf to come in, and he'll take that one in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Drillers up with the lead, 4-1 against San Antonio. The Missions trail the 3 runs. Drillers doing pretty good in this season. As we look at it, Tulsa 14-7, San Antonio 10-11. Well, these 2 ball clubs, 0-2. And that's going to be right there up the left field. Ty Murphy runs it down, and that is out number one.
The left fielder, Josue De Paula.
Well, that'll bring up Josu DePaula as he comes in. He's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. Not really good for 2 plate appearances, but really, I guess it is what it is. Well, a swing and a miss by a sweeper, and the count now at 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and again sends it swinging and missing. You can't catch up with the sweeper if you don't know what's good for you. Yeah, that's for sure, Bob. That is right there, foul. And the count now still holding on. 54 pitches by the San Antonio starter, Jackson Wolf. Wind up and the pitch. Here it is. And that one's going to be high fly in the air.
That ball's foul.
And that ball will hit the top part of that base of the wall. And the count now 0-2. If it was a little bit fair, it would have been a base hit. But so far, likewise, it wasn't as fair as it is, because basically it drifts foul, because the wind would sometimes push it. Well, right there, DePaula getting struck out, and that'd be the 6th strikeout for Jackson Wolf. 1 for 2 RBI double. In the first is Zypher Hope as he'll come in. Here is the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be right there, line drive, and that's through for a base hit. And here he comes, and they got him out at second, and that will be the side retired. And so far, there's been a few hits, and nobody left on as we head now to the 6th inning, and the Drillers lead by 4-1. Looking at what we've been seeing today here at good old Tulsa, Oklahoma, here in Drillville. Always a good baseball stadium, as we all know it. Here in the AA North Division. Well, here's our lineup card as, or should I say the on-screen score, as we get ready to head for the top half of the 6th inning. And that'll bring in Romeo Sanabria. Sanabria coming in, and he's going to hit that one straightaway short. In time for a footstep, and that is out number 1. Braden Carpathios coming in, 1 for 2 single. One out, nobody on. 4-1 ball game here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that's going to get down. Line drive, base hit. And that is fair. That one near the wall is a fair ball. Oh, yeah. We got to see where that ball was. That was fair as we all looked at it. If our cameraman would zoom in on that shot, there you go, right near the line. And what a great camera angled shot by our outfielder cameras. And that was pretty good. Albert Fabian coming in as 2 for 2, 2 singles. What would we do without our camera people? I mean, live stream and stuff, it's pretty good. No balls, 1 strike. And that's high fly in the air. Carrying well, and there goes the runner. And the second run for San Antonio just sits at third base, waiting to come home on a base hit. Rosamond Verdugo coming in now. 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts for the San Antonio hot corner man. And the pitch. That one is foul, and the count now 0-1. That one is high fly in the air. Up to right field, and that is it. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left on for San Antonio. Bottom of the sixth coming up. Drillers up 4-1. They're about set to go as Mike Sirota will lead it for the bottom half of the sixth inning when we get ready to go. Now set to go for the bottom of the sixth. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Mike Sirota coming in, 5-6-7, due up in the bottom half of the order. And as he'll take a strike inside, it's the count now 0-1. The 0-1. And that's in for a strike. It's the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that is high fly in the air. And out of play, foul. And the count now still getting off to 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. And blew it right by him for the 7th strikeout for Jackson Wolf.
The first baseman, number 21, Cameron.
62 pitches as Jackson Wolf could stay in for maybe 1 or 2 more innings. That is high fly in the air straight away, and nobody could catch up to it. That's getting down, line drive through for a base hit. Cameron Decker with a 1-out double gets going.
Shortstop, Sean McClain.
And that's going to bring up Sean McClain as he'll get going. McClain ready to go in the windup. That's a high fly in the air foul. And the count now at 0-1. 1 for 2 single. Gotta say, it is raining just to the north of us and to the east where northwest Arkansas is. That's right there in the count now, 0-2. So McClain is going to argue where that ball is, but evidently they'll overturn this 0-2 count into a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
That's ball two.
And that is ball two, and the count now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now. 1 for 2 is Sean McLean. And that's going to be right there, line straight to first. As the shortstop gets it going. And that's out number 2 for the Drillers here in this bottom half of the order. Taylor Young coming in now, and he's 1 for 2. He's had a home run, I do believe. This guy can really hit a baseball. He's got a lot more to do here in Double-A. And really just got to keep after it, keep going strong until he gets a call up to Triple-A, Oklahoma. That's high fly in the air, straight away, in time, and he hits the wall. And with that, the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. 7th inning coming up. Drillers up 4-1.
Now pitching for the Drillers.
Well,
Number 80.
Renan Kopp is coming in as he'll lead it off for the top half of the 7th inning. Is ready to go when we come back for San Antonio. Now set to go for the 7th inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Renan Kopp coming in now as a left-handed reliever gets started on the mound for the Drillers.
For San Antonio, the left fielder.
The left fielder Kai Murphy coming in, bottom half of the order set to go. Kai Murphy coming up to the plate, swing and a miss the slider, and the count now 0-1. Boy, we are about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or just about 1 o'clock. What time is it, Bob? Gotta say about 12:45. Well, that sounds about right. Still got 9 outs to do and, well, commercials and all. But most evidently, 7, 8, and 9 innings for San Antonio. And the pitch, that's a high fly in the air. Murphy gets out the straightaway center, and that's out number 1. Don't forget our 12 o'clock game tomorrow for a Wednesday. 7:05 Thursday through Saturday. Sunday as we wrap up our 6-game set. And the last ever meetup between these two ball clubs for the year. Marcos Castañon coming in, and that is outside for a ball. The count now 1-0. Duran and Cousins, two right-handers warming up in the Drillers bullpen. Give you a peek at that at the left-hand side of your screen as who's up in the Drillers bullpen getting going. That's straightaway up the left field, and that is out number 2.
Now batting the shortstop, Francisco.
Well, I tell you one thing, that Midland is up by a lot. They are 8-8 tie in the bottom half of the 8th inning. So the Rockhounds and Sod Poodles would get done first if it looks. Well, that's a play made to straightaway center, and that will end the inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on for San Antonio as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Lockwood, Powell, George, and Evan will lead it off when we come back here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Well, hope you've enjoyed your 7th inning stretch. Now we take you back to the ballpark as we get ready the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Drillers. Thank you, Bob. Griffin, Lockwood, Powell coming in. Jackson Wolf now getting into 70 of his pitches. Well, time now as that will do it for Jackson Wolf. And so far, that is going to do for him as he makes his way out of this ball game. And the limit is 70. So no more, no less out of the starter here today. He will be credited with the L if he doesn't turn this thing around.
Number 96.
96, Sean Boyle, is a first relief pitcher coming in this ball game in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 90 to a 95 fastball radius on the 4-seam fastball, which he does really, really good.
Ball, that's it.
That one downstairs, and the count now at 1-1 to Griffin, Lockwood, Powell. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. And the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing! He got him.
Now batting.
And there's one down here in the bottom of the 7th. Kendall George, the center fielder, 0 for 3 strikeouts and 2 flyouts. And the pitch is in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Thunderstorm activity starting to develop west of Tulsa. So hopefully getting this game done will most likely get done before this thing starts showing up. And
Now batting, the third baseman.
stadium lights on to at least a pretty good thing. But all knowingly, as we get going for tomorrow, it'd be sun and clouds mixed. And storm activity will flare off to the east of Oklahoma. Gotta say, there ain't no love in Oklahoma. Remember that song, Bob? Oh, yeah, that song came from 2024's movie Twisters. Mm-hmm. Did you know that there is a town called Orienta? Oh, yeah, that's like 2 to 3 hours from Woodward and about 30 miles from Enid, right? Yeah, there you go. Here's the pitch, and that is line foul. And the count now at 0, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Enid, I mean, we talk about Enid and stuff, but most evidently tornadoes outside that town. Just right outside, I gotta say, that's pretty scary when you think about how close those storms were. And dropping a F4. Called third strike, and they got him. Well, the 8th inning, straight ahead, Drillers up 4-1. Well, so far that will bring up Kai Roberts, the center fielder, when we come back. Now set to go for the top half of the eighth inning for San Antonio right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Guy Roberts coming in as we lead off the eighth inning on this Tuesday afternoon. Say pretty nice as we go along the way, and that's going to get down for a base hit straight away. Can he make it for two? And he's going to get there with a leadoff double. Man, Guy Roberts really getting up in there, and he ought to be proud of himself getting on to second base. And that means that everybody in San Antonio gets that double meat cheeseburger coupon. I tell you one thing, we will be passing those out when we return next Tuesday as we get ready to take on the Midland Rockhounds in that 6-game set. You think Mother Nature will be nice in San Antonio, or will it be a something abnormal difference? Well, bullpen is in the Drillers, and I'll answer your question in just a minute. We got a lefty and a righty. That is McDaniels and Cousins starting to warm up in the Drillers bullpen. And that is a slider outside, 1-2. 7,963 today who attended this morning's ball game, which that is pretty good.
That's a ball.
So back to your question. You said that there was that threat of severe weather going into my birthday. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about. I mean, you know, San Antonio is taking on Midland during your birthday, right? Yeah, the birthday week, yes. And, well, so far, I kind of imagine that on May the 8th, it says thunderstorms will be in the area. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me if there is any. But what are you going to do when, I mean, if we get postponed in front of the game and stuff? Well, Bob, there's always that. Enjoy a 3-day weekend. Go out to the horse ranch. Go ride my partner. And so far, just enjoy. Oh, well, that sounds like fun. That one high fly right there, out of in foul territory. And that is out number 2. And San Antonio down to their final 4 outs here this afternoon. But anyway, the Drillers manager coming out of the bullpen. Well, he coming out of the dugout, not the bullpen. The dugout is pretty much a place where all the players go. Well, Garrett McDaniels is coming in. He's got a 5.91 ERA, 12 strikeout rate percentage, 346 over a 267, which that is pretty good. Braden Carpathios coming in is 2 for 3 of the afternoon. Double and a single to try to get another run or two in for San Antonio before the day wraps up and the first of the 6-game set starts coming to a close. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Braden Carpathios. The windup and the pitch, and that is going to be chopped foul. The count now 0-2. We're live 12:05 to bring you the second game of the 6-game set, with the gates opening at 11 o'clock. So make sure you guys get here to the ballpark. Catch us play again. Well, right there, as that will be the bottom half of the 8th inning. 8.5 innings already come and gone here on this Tuesday morning through a early Tuesday afternoon. And we're about set to go for the bottom of the 8th as Josu De Paula will lead it off for Tulsa when we come back. It's 4-1 Drillers. About set to go for the bottom of the 8th right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Josu DePaula coming in now as we lead off the bottom of the 8th inning for Tulsa. 3-4-5 due up against Sean Boyle. DePaula, the first one coming up to the plate for Tulsa as he'll foul that one off. The count now 0-1. Game 2, 12:05. Gates open 11 o'clock. Games 3, 4, and 5 due up at 7:05 in the evenings, and our Sunday game at 1:05 as we play our last ever game against San Antonio. Here is the 1-1. That one swung on and missed, and the count now 1-2. Can't wait for us to be back here at the ballpark as we bring you another great edition of Drillers Baseball. That'll be a pretty good day. That one is a high fly in the air. The catcher will get his eyes on it, makes the play, and that's out number 1. Well, that could be a wasted opportunity if you get up there. And most definitely, sometimes that could happen when a hitter can get a high one, and he can easily get out that way. That is for sure. Zypher Hope coming in. Right up to left fielder Kai Murphy as that is out number 2.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter,
Mike Sirota, the designated hitter, coming in is 0 for 3. Don't forget Frisco, Corpus Christi, Arkansas, and Wichita go at 6:05 tonight. So, yeah, we're going to have some pretty good baseball as we watch them tonight. And so far, going to be a pretty good one. Here is the 0-1 delivery. That one is fouled in the way. And the count now 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 Drillers over the San Antonio Missions. Here is the 0-2, and that's going to be right there. Line straight away up to right field. That is down through for the base hit. Drillers are not done yet. No, nope, they're not. If they get a 2-run shot, it'd be 6-1. San Antonio would be down to their final 3 outs. Well, that is for sure there, Bob. Cameron Decker coming in, and boy, he came through for the base hit and clutch hitting, and there's a base hit. Now 1st and 3rd. Drillers got something going.
now batting, shortstop,
Sean McClain coming in now as he gets ready to go. Wind up and the pitch. That is right there. Out of play, foul. And the count now 0-1. 1 for 3 single by McClain here today. But yeah, I got to tell you, that bridge that Corpus Christi had, well, they dismantled that and they built a brand new bridge. I bet it took a lot of money from the Corpus Christi City Council to come up with that. Oh, and how much do you reckon that bridge costs? Ugh. Probably costed them a lot of money. But, well, yeah, we could come back with that answer tomorrow if you want. Okay. Well, I hope you don't forget about that. Here's the 0-2. And that is high and outside for a ball. The count now 1-2. One more strike for Tulsa here this afternoon. Now 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs, 1st and 3rd in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Drillers up 4-1. 1-2. And that's going to sneak its way through for a base hit. And there's another run in the score by Sean McClain on the RBI single. Now make it 5-1 over San Antonio. Man, that was a pretty good line drive base hit there, John. Yeah, it sure was. And that's going to be lofted high in the air straight away to the center fielder, Kai Roberts, as that will do. But McClain is in as an RBI shot, And they get one more before closing out the half inning. So we head for the ninth, and it is Tulsa 5, San Antonio 1. About time to start the ninth inning right for San Antonio, the Drillers Baseball Network. Albert Fabian coming in as we lead off the top half of the ninth inning for San Antonio. 6, 7, 8 due up for the missions here this afternoon. We'll take an inside strike for Fabian, and the count now 0-1. 5-1 Drillers here in the ball game, and that one is a high pop-up and out in the audience, as that will go foul for the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. High pop-up straight away, and the shortstop will run it down and calling off the center fielder, as that will be out number 1. Rosemond Verdugo coming in now. 2 outs left for San Antonio here in this one. That one fouled off, and the count now 0-1. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, a flyout by Verdugo here today. Gotta say, it's been a pretty good one here this morning. 11 o'clock, wish we had the sun out. And right there, straight to third, and they're an out away. Kyle Nevin getting over there, and he literally made the stop of that baseball, and that was a base hit robbed. Kind of reminds you back what happened in 2019 when Corpus Christi got robbed of a base hit.
Oh, that's upstairs.
Well, it was a home run that got robbed. Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah. 2019 Corpus Christi. No, they tried to hit a home run and the Drillers robbed them. That one is high fly in the air. And that is caught, so the Drillers will take game 1. And this day comes to a close as a pop-up high straight up to the catcher. And the catcher gets the final out of the ball game and wins it right there. So San Antonio now down 10-12. Drillers will claim their 15th of the season. And gotta say, that was a pretty good day as getting going. But anyway, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas will make up tomorrow. And I do believe that they will have a 4:30 first pitch of a ball game, and we would most definitely have to look about that. And so far, pretty good as we conclude here today. So go to MILB and check and see where where everything is. But anyway, yeah, 15-7 for the Tulsa Drillers. So it's 10-12 for San Antonio, wrapping up here today. Now, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas was postponed, so most evidently their first pitch in Northwest Arkansas will start at 4:45 p.m. Wow, so that's going to be a pretty good one, wouldn't you say there, John? Yeah, going to be a nice one as getting in. Well, anyway, we got final score from Midland, 11-8, as Rockhounds will claim a victory against Amarillo. And I will say that again, Midland 11, Amarillo 8. And Drillers winning their 15th against San Antonio at 5-1 here today. Jackson Wolf, yes, he will be the losing pitcher here today. Jordan Weems gets credited with the W. And so far, pretty good day today as we get going. Well, anyway, hope everybody has a good afternoon. And so far, we'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. As we bring you another edition of Missions taking on the Drillers. But anyway, before we go, let's go ahead and give start times for the morning people. Arkansas and Wichita will go 11:05. Frisco and Corpus Christi at 11:35. San Antonio and Tulsa go at 12:05. Drillers will start, or actually not Drillers, but Northwest Arkansas and Springfield at 4:45. Midland at 6:30. And then it will be determined for Game 2 as they get going for their double header. Anyway, hope everybody has a good rest of the day. And well, it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon as we get ready to wrap up here today. But yeah, the storms are starting to develop, and it looks like, yeah, the sky is starting to turn black just west of downtown Tulsa. And it looks like we're fixing to get some rain like crazy here. But anyway, yeah, it's been one active day today. And so far, thunderstorms still not out of the question for the Tulsa metropolitan area. But yeah, we look off at tomorrow. So we'll have sunshine and clouds mixed as we go through tomorrow afternoon. And here in Game 2 of our 6 games against San Antonio. So anyway, player of the game is Jordan Weems, and yep, the loss goes to San Antonio starter Jackson Wolf, as he'll get credited with the loss here this afternoon. But anyway, yeah, a pretty good day for Tulsa as they claim it against San Antonio, and so far pretty good. Well, anyway, this will just about do us here for today. And so far, hope y'all had a great day and a lot of fun during the start of this homestand. We're back at 12:05 tomorrow, first pitch, and the gates open 11 o'clock. So be here or be square, I'm telling you. Well, anyway, for all of us, our final score, Tulsa 5, San Antonio 1.